Good morning, my friends. What is up? It's your friend and pal Seth. My pronouns are he and they. I want to welcome you into your morning inspiration, inspiration video for today. It is day number 53, if we are keeping count, which we are. Yes, we are. So I hope you are making it the most fantastic day ever. You're having a fantastic day so far today. And if you find that you're needing just a little bit of a boost this morning, a little bit of some motivation, I really hope that this video serves to do that for you today and helps you feel just a little bit better. All right. So without further ado, let us get into it. So one of the things that I do as a form of self-care for myself actually is journaling. And I've been journaling like a lot more this year. We're in June right now of 2025. I've been journaling a lot more this year. And I found that I was actually journaling as well last year as well. So what I've actually have been doing for the past couple of days is I've been looking at some past journal entries from last year. And I found some journal entries, particularly from last October. And around in that time, just to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, around during that time, I was actually going through yet another it wasn't almost eviction from where I was living, from the home I was living in. And so naturally, what this did was this brought up just a lot of memories of what had happened to me back in 2017, where I actually was evicted from my apartment that I was staying at. And I moved in with my half sister at the time and her family, and then went into a homeless shelter, which I won't really get into or delve into inside of this video for today. But as I said, I'm was kind of just looking through my journals, my journal entries from last year and everything, and I found myself doing a little bit of comparing the experience that I went through last year to what I went through in 2017. Because one of the things that I find that is really helpful for me is trying to find lessons from the past, trying to find the lessons or the blessings or what I can take from my past in order to help propel me towards my future. And I think that's something that's really important and prevalent for all of us. You know, trying to figure out ways to do that. And I realized after what had happened in 2017 and the eviction and everything that had happened, that I never want to go through that type of experience again. So I have to figure out ways in order for me to move forward so that I don't get myself into that type of situation again. Now, there were things that happened last year and everything with the eviction and everything, or with the almost eviction that was going to happen. But there were things that were going on around that I did not have any control over all. There were circumstances that led up to that I didn't have control over whatsoever at all. Now, in 2017, that was not the case. I knew what was going on, and it was a big thing. Okay. So, but one of the things that I did was I figured out, after looking at kind of my journal entries and everything from last year, I realized and figured out, that there were 3 points that made it very different from what had happened in 2017. And that was, number one, not allowing outside circumstances to affect my inner world. Now, there was a lot that was affecting me last year, and I did let a lot of it affect me. However, I had a lot more skills and a lot more things and everything that I had learned, in order to kind of help me to kind of reframe. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. In order to kind of help me to reframe kind of what was going on in my head, and everything. So that was one of the things that really changed. And then number two, thinking about what I can do differently. In other words, bringing my rational mind into this versus being like in emotional hell, for lack of a better term, like I was back in 2017. So what I realized was I was able to kind of think about the things that I could do differently in this situation last year, as opposed to what was going on for me in 2017. And also I was able to figure out ways to kind of switch up my perspective and also lean into my supports. And this was something that really, really helped me last year. Yes, it was awful. It had brought back a lot of things for me, but that had happened to me in 2017, and it brought up just a lot of my trauma. But I think the one thing it also did was showed me the power of resilience and how I can learn, and how, since I was in a different place in my life, you know, from 2017 to last year in 2024, I realized I can figure out ways to kind of lean on my supports, which is something that I didn't really do in 2017. It was more, I somewhat, tried to, but I just let everything that was going on just get on top of me, and it was catastrophe after catastrophe. Now, I'm not saying that a pattern for me in the past. It's something that that I know that I'm able to work on. So I just wanted to kind of just talk about that today, because I think it's something that's really, really important and really, really relevant. We're not the same individuals that we may have been in the past when things may have been coming up for us and everything. And that's why it's important to figure out and find out what we can learn from things that happen in our past, what we can learn from the actual situation, and also what we can learn about ourselves as well. So that's really what I really wanted to kind of talk about inside of the morning inspiration video for today. And I wanted to kind of use kind of what I was kind of going through as an example. Now, I'm going to be doing another video about this inside of my kind of journaling out loud with Seth Pearson, which I'm actually probably going to be doing later on today or later on tonight. So if you'd like to kind of check that out, that's going to be on my YouTube channel as well, and everything. So that video will probably be up most likely by tomorrow morning. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of just kind of let you in on that. All right, so our quote for today, as we've been kind of talking today, is: we cannot change the past, but we can change our attitude toward it. Uproot guilt and plant forgiveness. Tear out arrogance and seed humility. Exchange love for hate, thereby making the present comfortable and the future promising. And that is by the amazing Maya Angelou. Or some people say Maya Angelou. Okay, Maya Angelou. Okay, absolutely love that quote. So our song for today, this is a song that I really, really love. This song is called Gentle with Myself by Karen Drucker. And I realized that I really needed to start being a lot more gentle with myself when a lot of things were going on last year. And I find this is actually also a song that, I can listen to on a daily basis. But it's very important that we find ways to be gentle with ourselves. And inside of this song, we have this notion of kind of being kind and patient with oneself, especially during challenging times or when learning new things. It's about acknowledging our limitations, celebrating the small victories, offering self-compassion instead of self-criticism. Also, the song kind of encourages treating yourself with the same tenderness and care that you would offer a newborn baby. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. So if you get the chance to listen to it, I definitely would. It's really, really powerful. So, next also question: did Seth complete his goal for yesterday? I believe I did. Yes, I did. So my goal for yesterday, if you watched my video yesterday, was I wanted to clean out my email inboxes. Woo, because they were overloaded. And guess what? I did it. Gosh darn it, I did it. Okay, I was able to do that for today. So, able to do that yesterday. So my goal for today, I need to pick up my medication from the pharmacy. Now, a lot of my medications I actually have mailed to me, but there's one medication that I don't, and that is my testosterone. Okay, as a part of my transition. So I got to go pick up that from the pharmacy. And I'm very happy to say right now that that medication is still covered right now. And I am so grateful to the universe that it still is. Okay. So thank you. I'm very grateful that my medication is still covered. My testosterone is still covered. So, whew. All right. So that'll about do it for your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for today. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. I ask you to turn your attention towards the ticker on the bottom. Don't quit before the miracle happens, my babies. Find ways to keep moving forward. I talked a lot today, about, the past and how we can use things from the past, to help propel us and move us forward. Find ways to keep moving yourself forward. Because you never know, that miracle could be just around the corner. You never know. All right. And if you give up, you won't know at all. So keep it moving. Keep on moving. Keep it pushing. All right. Also, stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused on your huge, amazing, big dreams and goals. All right. Thank you so much for watching your morning inspiration video for today. And I will see you. I will see you. Yes, I'll see you. What you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I will see you in the morning inspiration video for tomorrow.